Namaste. Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Priyaranjan Trivedi, and today I thought of meeting all of you through a live video in order to congratulate our Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, whose 70th birthday is being observed almost all over the world. You may be aware that half an hour ago, I had discussed different issues in Hindi language, and then I thought it my duty, especially for those friends who belong to South India and from other parts of the world, to discuss again almost similar things, which are as below. Friends, first of all, I would like to congratulate the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi on his 70th birthday. We pray to lives longer and longer to serve the society, the Indian and the world citizenry. I'm sure God will bless him on the lives of one, which is being done by millions of persons, young, middle-aged and older persons. So friends, today we have decided to address all of you, not only to send greetings to him on the occasion of his birthday, but to also discuss with you as to how to motivate him to give priority to some of the burning issues facing India and the world. In that case, I thought, because I am 70 years of age, he is also 70 years of age, so around this age, 2-3 years lower and upper, I thought of making an informal committee of intellectuals, policymakers, bureaucrats, educationists, judges, social activists, and industrialists who could sit together through online meetings, through virtual meetings, or non-virtual meetings to design a master plan paradigm which is really required not only for our country, for the rest of the world. Coming back to the priority items, first item on my agenda for the advice to be given to Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi is the COVID-19 issue, COVID-19 pandemic issue, its mitigation, its control, its management, as also the rehabilitations of persons who are affected by COVID-19. So friends, it's a great day as well as an auspicious occasion when all of us are here to discuss everything regarding what should be done in future. So friends, as I said, the first issue to be tackled is the COVID-19 management, mitigation and control. So our advice to the Honorable Prime Minister is that besides having the fleet of doctors, paramedical staff, administrative staff, data collectors, surveyors, support staff, NGOs doing their right work, it is in fitness of things that the same is monitored and evaluated on a concurrent basis. So monitoring and concurrent evaluation is the need of the hour. Otherwise, what we had planned and what is being implemented at the ground level will not be known. So that was our idea. If it is done, it should be done by a third agency, an independent agency, not by the government or governments. Because if the governments do it, the officials working in the government will never dare to write anything against themselves. So it will be just simple report with no findings, because the report may be biased. In that case, an independent agency can do it. They can do videography, they can do data collection, they can have the suggestions from persons who are affected and non-affected, who are donors and donees, workers, laborers who have been displaced, who have lost their jobs, middle-level executives who have lost their jobs, industrialists who are facing problems because of the absence of the employees and workers, as also finding no market, even if they produce. So all those concurrent evaluation should be monitored so that on a daily basis, the Honorable Prime Minister comes to know as to what is the ground level situation and what are the demands and expectations from the central and the state governments. By doing so, I am sure it will be a real good implementation, and whatever money is being spent will not be drained out or will not be overspent. So that is the need of the hour. Now, as I am going to discuss in brief only 5 issues, there may be hundreds of issues, but in the matter of priority, to our mind, we feel only 5 issues are more than enough. First is the COVID-19 pandemic mitigation, control and management. The other issue I am going to discuss is about unemployment. This is a very important issue. It is because of unemployment only that in the past we have been facing the problem of peacelessness. The neighboring countries were buying our youth for the last, say, 30 years, and they have been misusing them, because those young boys were unemployed. Not only unemployed, they were also unemployable. So they preferred selling themselves because they were not getting jobs, and after all, for managing the affairs of their family, they were doing so. So unemployment, removal, eradication will also help in bringing peace on earth in the third millennium, not only in India, but in the rest of the world also. Now, how to solve unemployment? The solution last year was different, but now we would like to suggest another way viewing the COVID-19 environment and its disastrous effects. So friends, what is the solution? The solution lies in, so far India is concerned, solution lies in boycotting Chinese products, which has been already announced by the government of India, as also by the Indian citizenry, who have really burnt effigies of not only the Chinese president, but also the products and services. So it's a good thing, and for the rest of the world it is also good that a country where everything is abnormal, because they are not of normal mind, their products should not be bought by anybody. If those products would have been going from India to Italy or France, where we have a very disastrous effect of pandemic, there would have been no COVID-19 spread. But because people were going from Italy and Spain and France to China and vice versa, so all of a sudden in the month of December and January it was at its peak, whereas on 1st March also in India there was no case of COVID-19. Matter is very clear. So everybody will be happy. So I propose the government of India should keep on inviting all the investors. They may be from India, Indian investors, government of India, different governments other than China, Pakistan, all could be invited to invest, besides the important reputed industrialists who are in the private sector in countries like USA, or for that matter Canada, or UK, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, Japan, South Korea, Italy, the entire world. Whosoever is interested could be motivated to come here. And there could be an attitudinal and behavioral change training to our bureaucrats and policy makers, including the honorable ministers, members of parliament, everybody. They should know that they have to attract them. Not that that's to say and wait for a clerk to really invite them and talk in a broken English, and they won't understand anything, and finally they will go back after spending about 1 month in hotel. No. There should be an inventory of all such investors, including Indian investors and foreign investors. And no sooner their addresses are collected by Government of India should be pleased enough to keep on contacting them through email, through telephone, through WhatsApp, and they could be further motivated to come to India as soon as Government of India or the state governments know that they have come. They have to go themselves. The top bureaucrats must go themselves to those hotels or guest houses and discuss about the scheme those industries may be having in mind, and viewing their demand. Whatever services, infrastructure are to be provided, have to be provided. Land has to be acquired in industrial areas, land has to be given, electricity has to be given, the workers have to be provided. For that matter, it is very essential to provide training to them. So training is very important. I know Honorable Prime Minister is very much interested and keen in skill development movement. Besides the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, the Clean India movement, his two important schemes are Clean India movement, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and the other is Skill India. So skilling India is also a priority. There is a Ministry of Skill Development, and everywhere in the world, skilling has become a need of the hour, because there are unemployed persons in all the developed countries, what to say of developing countries and underdeveloped countries. So that problem has to be solved immediately, and it can be solved only by creating environment-friendly and sustainable jobs, and those industries who will come after the skilled workers are available, their joy will know no bounds, and overnight they would like to start. Maybe take 6 months, 1 year to maximum 3 years, whatever are the expectations. There will be dearth of skilled persons, and even people who want to join in all those industries. So many industries will come that we might have to import manpower from outside, but first we will give priority to the Indian youth, boys and girls. And even retired persons can work there. Those persons who have lost their jobs during this coronavirus problem, they can also be re-employed. Now, how shall they be re-employed? Because they are stressed, they have lost their jobs, they have no money to eat, they are selling their houses and other fixed assets. In that case, it is high time that they are motivated to undergo some online training course or offline training course, so that they can know all the aspects of rural and urban entrepreneurship. If they want to really start something, they will be the first choice. Because if the big industries come there, one industry would like to have 500 to 1,000 ancillary units, the small units where they will produce some of the items the big industry will be requiring, and certainly there will be good income to all those persons. They will forget that they were once upon a time job seekers. Now they will be job givers. Now these two issues are discussed. Now the third issue, for that matter, is the defense issue. We have problems with China and Pakistan. We have border issues. Fights are going on. Politicking is going on. Instead, everybody thinks about this. Let the defense ministry, let the chief of defense staff, commander-in-chief, the chief of air, naval or army, take the responsibility, and they are so efficient, honest, and dedicated persons that they will do real justice. And we have the security advisor to the Prime Minister. They can all discuss this and let the Honorable Prime Minister and other persons be busy in implementation of other schemes. If they do not do it, opposition will start fighting, complaining, and the entire remaining time before the election will be wasted in giving replies to them, and there will be excuse that okay, because there was corona pandemic issue, there were problems with Pakistan and China border, so we have done enough. People will be dying that time. That is not the right thing. The right thing is that we concentrate on other issues, because even if we think it's not that they will go, we can change our friends, but can we change our neighboring countries? Our neighbors can't be changed. In that case, we have to live with them and we have to give a befit reply. Yeah, the defense will decide, defense staff will decide what is to be done, what is the final answer. Whether we have to fight a biological war, we have to give a befitting reply to the biological war, or we have to do any other type of war, like we have the Rafale, which has come from France. So India is too much prepared, and then also buying time and getting an excuse is not the right answer. We have to tackle other issues. So that is about defense. Now, the fourth point is very important. Whatever we want to do in future, either industrialization, inviting investors from outside, or tackling other issues like population control, or pollution control, or peace, or peacelessness, or unemployment, everything is possible by implementing the new education policy. In this regard, I would like to really congratulate the Honorable Prime Minister for taking such a good decision and asking the chairperson of this new education policy special committee, Dr. Rangan, to hasten the process of writing the report, where thousands of suggestions Professor Rangan, and he certainly did a good job. It is one of the best documents prepared in India so far. But if it is implemented in the right manner, only then. Paper, very difficult. Implementers are totally reluctant to change. I've talked to them. They are fully reluctant to change. Nothing will happen. Just old wine in the new bottle. But their expectations, it will be our duty to implement the hopes and aspirations of the Honorable Prime Minister into action by really seeing that yes, be it a matter of primary education, secondary education, or higher education or tertiary education, we would like to implement all the changes prescribed and recommended. For that matter, it may be online education, because under COVID pandemic environment, we are finding schools and colleges and universities are fully closed. So friends, it is very difficult to teach in the conventional manner. The schools, colleges and universities are of course teaching in the online mode, but they have to be really trained. We have to help them. We have to have training of trainers in order to understand the art and science of online training. And for that matter, I am very sad to learn that the Government of India, Ministry of Education now, and earlier the Ministry of HRD, used to say that, okay, we have decided to select 50 universities, 100 universities, 200, no, we will go up to 300. What nonsense. Why have you recognized 1200 plus universities, including institutions of national importance, central universities, state private universities, and the deemed university? Once you have recognized and you have put their name on your website, why the hell you will think of only 100 or 50? You say that, okay, all the 12 universities can have full-time teaching without anybody's permission. Full-time teaching is a very prestigious job, and you are allowing Tom, Dick, Harry to do it. And online education or distance education, which has less value in the market, when the employers see a full-time student and an online student, or for that matter, a distance learner, they give less priority to them. And you are saying that no, full-time anybody can. Distance and online you can never do it. This is bad. Under the new education policy, it is written, all the universities are equal. It is also written that they will be motivated, all the universities will be motivated to go outside India. If it is made compulsory that all universities must have foreign branches, the tons of money can be brought from foreign countries in order to cater to the needs of all the expenses of all the universities. Not even 1 rupee is to be given by Ministry of Education or the state government or the central government, by UGC or AICTE or any other funding organization. No requirement. Self-funded. Once they do not have money, you give, but I am sure that they will have double the amount of their budget prepared by them for the ensuing year. Why are not allowing? Whereas new education policy says that foreign university will be allowed. Within 6 months you will find thousands of foreign universities coming and sucking the blood of Indian youth and their guardians, because their fee will be 20 times higher, and even then people will pay by selling off everything so that they could find jobs in other countries or even in India. So there are important aspects of new education policy. It must be implemented in the right manner. For that matter, teachers are to be trained, bureaucrats are to be trained, vice chancellors are to be trained, registrars are to be trained as to how to implement such programs. Secondary school or higher secondary, senior secondary school examination boards are to be retrained in a good manner so that they could understand their responsibility. So, friends, finally, the 5th issue is the religious intolerance. It's a very important issue. The religion is something which is somebody's personal affair. But in India, we see almost all religious saints and leaders, they are bent upon seeing that, yes, they are intolerant to other religions. It is as bad. This can't be done. This can't be tolerated. I have seen myself the videos on the YouTube and elsewhere of different religions, almost all the religions, who have been advocating that, yes, our religion is best, get converted. What is this nonsense going on? If they are leaders, they should preach their own followers, who are at present the followers. No need of increasing the number. What is a number game? You are a spiritualist. You are a religious leader. God is watching you from a distance. In that case, it is your prime duty and responsibility to see that no conversion is there. And there should not be religious intolerance. In India, we have been seeing during the last 2 years, it has been at its peak. Every religious leader is intolerant. They are abusing other religion. This can't be tolerated. We have to have an interfaith dialogue. For that matter, I am glad that in the new education policy there is spiritual education, moral education, ethical education, value education. All those things are there. So we have to have interfaith dialogues. There should be a certificate course, acclimatization course in every class. Be it be class 1 to 12th, or for that matter the college level, bachelor's level or master's level, whenever the classes start, in a medical college, engineering college or a general college or a science college, arts college, commerce college, vocational college, community college. There should be a small acclimatization course on interfaith so that they could know about all the religions. All the religions are almost reaching the same place, the God. Almighty is one. Creator is one. One who is blessing is only one. The God is blessing everybody, all the world citizenry in the right manner. He has no bias towards a particular country or a religion. So for that matter, friends, we have to mitigate the disastrous effects of religious intolerance, and then the world will grow leaps and bounds. The other issues will be automatically over. And of course, there are many, many other issues. But that will be directly done, automatically done. The Prime Minister has to just see and tackle only the burning issues. The roads are there, the trains are there, everything is there. He should not bother about all this. We have to clean our rivers, we have to clean our mountains, we have to ensure that the religious places are also very cleaner. All those things will remain. The elderly people have to be taken care of. There has to be no criminal activity. There are departments. Government has a regulatory role, the planning role, the promotional role, and entrepreneurial role. All those roles will be there and to be implemented without any matter, not only in India but in the rest of the world. But whatever I have said was the advice, not only from my side but from my group side, and I'm sure that whatever advice we have given today will merit the highest consideration of the Honorable Prime Minister and his team members who are responsible for managing this country. With these words, I thank you, friends. May peace prevail on this Mother Earth. Thank you and Jai Hind.